Specifically malt vinegar. There's different types of vinegar, but malt vinegar is the one that... It's very British. It's a British thing to do, but Five Guys does it for some reason. At least my local Five Guys is like... has bottles of malt vinegar to put on the fries, and it's like... To me, that is the best way to eat fries. There's just no... There's just no comparison. It is just the best. It's just the best way to eat fries. Ketchup pales in comparison. Ketchup, you may as well just like give up on life. If you're a ketchup fan, you're just boring. You're dull. Nobody likes you. You're just not very interesting. You need to accept that about yourself. You're just a basic bitch.
Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Jesus Christ.
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Wait, did he just say take his wife and children? Did he actually just say that? Bros. Yeah. Maybe I will go for Warrior. Mandalorian.
Let's go! You asked for
Alright, bro. Bruh. He's dead. My dude is not changing. He's fighting here. And we win. Okay. Is there anything to gain from here? We've got the remains of the Mandalorian here. Battle stimulant and blaster carbine. Blaster carbine, you say? What the heck is a blaster carbine exactly? It is a blaster rifle, does 1 to 8 energy damage. The only person that I might think to use that, to give that to, is Mission. At the moment. Mission or nobody else. Well, I could give Mission heavy weapon. Well, actually, no, I'm thinking of... I could give stuff to Bashkula. I mean, the Brits... the Brits got it right. The Brits got it right. They know what they're doing. Ketchup is lame. But salt and vinegar, that's the way to go. And they do the same thing with Five Guys. But Five Guys, like, if you actually go there, they have, like, a placard. Or not a placard, but, like, a whiteboard, I guess, that they can change every day. It'd be like, these potatoes came from this local farm. It's, like, really cool, actually. But they're very, you know, like they're just good potatoes. They're just really good fries. I feel like the way they do them. Like, you couldn't do like McDonald's fries with like salt and vinegar. That'd be weird. You have to have exactly like that type of fry, you know. Classic fry. There's a courtyard. We can go back there, but I don't want to, so I'm gonna go a different direction instead. I'm gonna go to Scuba Mansion over there. See what's over there. I was thinking about this today. I was thinking about different types of like chips, because I used to. One time I bought like a like a bag of assorted chips. You know, like the ones that come with like a bunch of different like single bags of chips. I bought one that was like Olympic themed. And the phone is ringing. And they had like a Greek flavor, and I thought it was terrible. Just be honest. They had like a bunch of different flavors, and I thought most of them were kind of bad. For some reason, like Greek, like whatever that authentic like Greek sauce is that they use, did not do anything for me. I was like, I did not like that. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but they had like a Korean like barbecue flavor, which was pretty good. The rest were kind of not great. This is just some sort of house here for some reason. Hello.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
I'm sorry, I'll be going.
Leave immediately. Only those on official family business are permitted within the estate.
These settlers have come to Dantooine seeking privacy. Perhaps we should respect their wishes.
Okay, Prof. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you may be right, Carl. We would have to destroy the droid to get in, and I feel like that's a step farther than I'm probably willing to go at this stage. Maybe later. Man. Kind of want to vent. Oh, what the fuck? That's not what I expected to happen just then. Kind of feel like venting for a second. My mom has like this terrible habit of trying to get involved in like everything that's going on in my life. I kind of hate it. It's one of those things that she does that I'm like, just leave me alone. Let me deal with my own shit. Like, it's just so bothersome because it's just been going on my whole life. And like, the problem is, like, she'll always, like, I tried to give her shit about it. Last time, I mean, one of the last times it was like about. She kept complaining because every time I would go over there, she's like, "Oh, you're always wearing the same pants." She said I was wearing the same pants, even though it wasn't true. She just isn't true. And she's like, "All right, let's go. I'm gonna go take you pants shopping." And I'm like, "Mom, I genuinely do not want to go pants shopping. Just fucking mind your own business and like leave me alone." Okay? And then she got upset. She's like, "Well, you never want to do anything with me." I'm like, it's just because all the things you suggest are you like controlling some portion of something I'm doing, you know? It's like maybe if you want to suggest something like, "Hey, let's go get lunch," but it's never like let's go get lunch sometime. It's always like let's go do this thing that I want you to do because I can't be hands off at all, and then we'll go get lunch. I'm like, no. But she made me feel bad the last time because I don't know. She's like she's technically right. Like I don't make an effort to do anything. But so recently she's been trying to get me to buy a house. And she wants to like go around and help me get a house. And I'm kind of like, it's just another one of those things where I'm like, just let me do that myself. Like, why are you trying to get involved in this again? Another thing, she annoyed me because the other day she went and like looked up a house and she's like, here, I found this house for you. I'm like, why are you looking for houses for me? Like, stop, just stop. She just doesn't stop, and she doesn't like get involved in anybody else's. Well, that's not true, but I don't know. It's just infuriating. But at the same time, I'm like she's trying to be nice. At the same time, I just want her to like fucking back off and like. I don't know. It's a stupid thing to bring up in the Star Wars episode. It's like, let me tell you about how my mother annoys me. It's like she wants me to get new shoes, new things, like. Oh god, we're about to fucking die.
What?
The game is running incredibly slow right now.
What?
I have very little control over anything.
This is what I...
Alright. Yeah, this is a problem. The game's gonna run like this. It seems to just be the big areas that kind of do it with a lot of shit going on, where it slows down to a snail's pace for some reason. There's only so much I can do about it, though. Wow, he's got a ton. From all angles here. Yeah, I don't know, but she just texted me today, and it's instantly like one of those things that I'm like, I hear it, and I'm like, god damn it. Like, I just want to ignore it, you know? I just want to ignore it and like not respond. But then like I feel bad about it because I'm like, I don't know. It's not a good time for me to like. I just don't want to be looking for stuff at the moment. It just doesn't feel like. I just want to wait, play everything safe, and like not worry about this shit going out too much. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that. Alright, this fucking place is huge. What the hell? I didn't think there would be a whole other area here. I kind of thought this would just kind of lead to the place I'm supposed to be going. But, instead, it's kind of leading, all over the fucking place. That was kind of ridiculous. Anyway, sorry I even brought that up. It's just, I don't know. I literally just checked my phone and it's just instant annoyance. But I don't know what to do, you know? I don't know what to fucking do. I'm like, do I respond to this? Because I really don't want to. Like, I feel like to me, it's like the thing to do is just to ignore her. But she's just not going to leave me alone until I respond. Like, she's probably going to call me like 12 times tomorrow before I answer, being like, "Why you ignored me? You didn't say anything." Like, well, what do you expect? What do you want from me?
Yeah?
Sorry. Okay. Hello?
I will be your doom!
Why are you attacking me, lady? What did I do to you?
Yeah? What?
I'm here. Now. You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness.
Uh-huh. Why did you attack me?
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
Okay. You embraced the dark side. Why?
When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
Darkseid is never powerful enough. You slew Quatra, your master?
Yes. I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate.
Okay.
But it was not enough.
Why did you do that?
What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
I just want to talk. Why? I just want to talk.
Talk. You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk?
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe it. Kill me now while you still have the power.
I have no desire to kill you.
Lies. Leave me and come back when you have the courage to finish your task. What?
Why are you doing
I
this?
have fallen, and dark power courses through my veins. I can never go back to the council, so here I shall stay. Talk.
I'm not whole anger.
Not anger. Peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me. I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
First step on the path of true knowledge is knowing that you are
I seem
ignorant.
to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
We all wish these things. Your master knew the risks.
She knew I would be headstrong, but she also thought I would adhere to the light. Instead, I betrayed her trust and fell prey to my own inner darkness. It was I who hurt her, I who killed her. Her suffering is my fault alone. Leave me to my pain.
Bruh. I should have worked on my persuasion skills. I might be able to pull this off. But I might just need to get her to the second voice option to pass a
I do
persuasion.
not know what to do.
It was not your fault.
It is. It was I who hurt. Leave me to my... I do not know what...
Even in death, will the Force will allow her to live
If
on.
she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. I think, in my own way, I truly loved her. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable.
Anger. Show them that you have freed yourself of this
If I
base
show
passion.
them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side. And maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back.
They must.
Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done?
Your inner peace and harmony will show them your sincerity.
I thank you, Master Jedi.
Uh-huh.
I will
I'm not a
return to the
Master
council
Jedi.
then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me.
It's for the best.
If only there was some way I could make this up to you. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Glad I could help, you know? Very helpful. Alright, well with that done, we can return. I do want to check out the remainder of this area just for fun, I guess.
You asked for this!
How many times I can throw that out.
Huh? What?
Alright, well I killed the Cathhounds. Technically the Cathhounds should probably not be attacking people as much anymore. As they were before.
Yeah?
What?
That'll show you.
And we win these. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. I'm just gonna explore this area, try to go around, kill all the Cathhounds that I see. Probably bound to be a lot of them, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. So that leads all the way back up. Oh, so I guess we've already explored all of this. Okay. What is up, my bro?
뭔가 군비스돌비 기고yan.
Uh-huh.
Dong patugas maktilya.
Mm-hmm. Who are you? And Boluk, a Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent by the Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem, as both the suspects and I speak basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you are here, this could be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you've been learning your lessons at the Academy. If you are not yet a full Jedi, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lies. What do you want me to do? Listen to the stories given by the two suspects. I've brought an information retrieval droid with access to the archives of both the Jedi Enclave and the planetary capital. I will use my wisdom and experience to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve this case for you. There is little benefit if you do not solve this problem for yourself. Consider each man's account and check the facts of the information. Once you've gathered all the evidence you need, run through the possible scenario with me. If you are unable to come to a satisfactory resolution, then I will take these men in the Enclave and deal with this myself. Alright, dude, you just want... Hello, random Jedi. Let me test you and if you can do my job for me. According to the accounts of the participants, these three men were out here in the field together earlier before the clouds broke. Okay. 3 men. There's 2 men and a droid. I find that very odd, for most people would seek shelter indoors when the skies full of dark storm clouds, as it was earlier today, but that is not the most puzzling aspect of the case. The dead man, Calder Neddick, was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. A rifle was found lying near his body with bloodstains on it. It has been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. 2 other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was Hand Guld, he was unarmed. The other was Rickard Lussoff, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men said they did not do anything and that they came across the body, but both also accused the other. Obviously, there's more to this than we have been told. Is there anything else we should know? There's one last thing. When I arrived, Handon was holding his side and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. Is there anything else you need? I'll remain here while you question the witnesses. Well, this is just weird. Okay. Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Bullock and was listed to help with this problem. I have an information retrieval droid. It can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and its central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please don't hesitate to talk to me. I've already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Neddick, Rickard Lussoff, and Hand Guld. I've also had time to examine the body of Mr. Neddick. Is there any information you require? I'll have more questions later. Very well, we'll be here to assist you. Okay, yeah, I want to talk to them first. So there's the body. Let me examine the body. Yeah, let me examine the body first. Body of Calder Neddick. He was apparently shot from behind with a blaster. I already knew that. Okay, let me talk to Hand Guld here.
Yes, what's on your mind?
How did I end up talking to Carth? How did that happen?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Hand Guld. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Nope. Should I have?
I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story then.
Right.
I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man, Calder, lying on the ground, dead.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the killer?
And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river. And I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
That's all the information you're gonna give me? Really?
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lussoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Mm-hmm. Where is the body of this thing that you shot? I mean, I have more questions.
So, what do you...
Oh, what did you see happen?
Well, I was out hunting. I shot.
Yeah.
Calder must have been
Baluk's got that now, mine too. I want that back, because it was different from what you said.
What do you want to know?
He thinks he was out here hunting. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Why were you out here?
I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Iriaz. Haven't seen many in the area recently. What with those cat hounds acting up. but they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one. Like I said before, I shot, pow, went down. But when I come over here, there's Handed standing over the body.
The area was gone.
Now, I don't have nothing to do with this.
I want to ask you something else.
So, what do you want?
Bollock said you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
How can I be of further assistance?
What did you, yeah, what did you see?
Well, actually, I didn't see anything. I was over across the bridge. I just got here when I saw Rickard coming out of the rocks holding his blaster. I was terrified. I had no idea what he was going to do, so I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave. Master Baluk came out here with his droid and started questioning us. I think he really doesn't understand what's going on. I hope that you'll be able to make a more informed decision and get me out of here. How can I be of further assistance?
Why were you out here?
I was taking my daily constitution. I just happened to be running by when I heard the
Running
shot.
by, so
I
why
ran
are
over
you
and found
holding your
Calder's body
side?
lying there.
Do you often run around?
Yes,
Yes, quite
quite
often. You
often.
can't stand speeders.
A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I
Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha.
Hard. I say run.
I run. I don't know if I mentioned that.
So you're just.
How can I be of further
You are
assistance?
admitting to lying then. All right.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, it seems obvious to me who it is. Is there any more information I can glean from you? I want to discuss the murder. Very well. We should start at the beginning. Find the truth behind each piece of the puzzle. We will no doubt resolve the case. Handon said that he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over, only to find Calder already dead. He said Rickard came out of the shadow of the rocks holding a blaster in his hands. Rickard said that he was hunting Irias, saw one through the glare of the sun, and shot at it. It is possible that Rickard may have shot Calder accidentally and Handon may have found the body, but that seems a very unlikely explanation. It's more likely that at least one of them is lying. Obviously one of these men is not telling us something, but where does the truth lie? Well, perhaps you should examine the witness' story more closely, also you can always speak with the information retrieval droid. I don't want to solve it right away. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but I wanted to see if, tell me what happened here. According to the accounts, oh wait, but the Dark Storm Clouds thing is an interesting one. No, that's an interesting one. Alright. So here's my first thought. This one might be a stretch because I might be thinking too far ahead. But you got this dude who came from over here, across the bridge. This dude is facing this direction. And we know that he was shot in the back. So it seems to me already, the guy for coming from the bridge doesn't look too great. Now the other thing that's an issue is that this guy, Handed Guld, he's claiming that dude was carrying a blaster, and he saw him having the blaster in his hand. Problem is there was a rifle lying next to the body for some reason. Why was there a rifle next to the body if he was holding it in his hand? But he says that he took both the blaster, right? That's what you said, right? He took both the blaster. So they both had guns.
Right.
But this guy claims that they're both claiming that he was holding the gun. He claims that he was shooting at the thing. But this guy says he was shot, holding the gun in his hand. Why was there a gun next to the body? That's a question, you know. That's a question we can ask ourselves. And we also know that this guy didn't mention the fact that he had a gun, even though he clearly did. Or at least according to the other guy, according to Rickard, he did. Now, one of the other interesting facts that I'm thinking about just now is that this guy mentioned when he showed up that there were dark storm clouds. But we have Rickard over here that claims he was hunting, and claims to have had the sun in his eyes when he was shooting, and missed the shot. What
So,
did you
what
say?
do you
You
wanna-
said something about having the sun in your eyes.
I told you already. Was in my blind a little south
south.
of here when I spotted one. Like I said. Now I don't have nothing to. So what do you? Well, I was out hunting.
The sun was pretty much
Erie
right
as
behind
south
it though,
of
so I
here,
couldn't
and
see it
saw
none too
one.
clearly.
I shot, and Calder must have been hunting it himself. Right.
Yeah, so he couldn't have seen it too clearly, he claims, because the sun was out, even though there were dark storm clouds overhead. I don't know if we can look too much into the direction of the sun as to how or if he's lying. I would like to talk to the
Is
droid.
there any other information you need?
What did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso.
Uh-huh.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about these planes.
These planes are rifled with wild animals. Not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Cathounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by cathounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Okay. That seems to be all the information we can glean. Well, I was leaning more towards this guy lying just from the situation here, especially the fact that he, you know, claimed the guy was holding a rifle, but also mentioned not at all that there was a rifle next to the body. He said Handon Guild is unarmed. The other is Rickard Lusov, who is carrying a hunting laser. I have confiscated the laser. Both men said they did not do anything and that they came across the body, but both also accused the other. He was holding his side and panting, and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. Oh, that's the other thing. Is Handon claims that he is running through the fields, but he also is not, you know, he's injured. Oh, he's holding his side and panting. Maybe he was just running. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking, if I think it's Handon here, I feel like I would be reading too much into it. Into the facts here. I don't think his side is actually hurting. I think he was just panting because he was running. Makes sense. The gun situation is one that is a tough one. I would assume that Handon did have a weapon. Wait, he doesn't. He does mention that there's 2 weapons here. There's 2 weapons here. So where did the other weapon come from? It must have come from Handon Guild. Because it's recommended that people have guns on them. He must have had it. Who is lying? Oh, God, it could be either one of them. The only thing that seems most obvious to me is the storm clouds thing. Like, that seems to be the most obvious, like, show that the other guy is lying. But then the gun situation is perplexing. Alright, here's a thought. Hunting rifle maybe belonged to the body of this man. Not that man. Caldernetic. Maybe it was his hunting rifle. If this guy was lying, this guy's injuries could be explained by the fact that he was running. He's panting, he's holding his side because he was running. This guy apparently has a limp, has a leg problem, doesn't really have a good explanation for it. Here's what could have happened. Perhaps this guy had his own rifle, and he shot at Mr. Rickard Lusov over here, injuring his leg. And that is why the gun is held, is covered in blood, because it's his weapon. And that would explain the other guy's injury, whereas the other guy's injury would be explained by him just running. So I'm gonna lean towards Rickard on this one. I think that's where we're gonna go. But I am gonna save in case by some phenomenal luck I get this wrong. Because I could kind of see how it could be the other guy. I feel like the dark clouds is kind of a bit of a tell here. I want to discuss the murder. Rickard is lying. Why do you believe that? It's the storm clouds. It's specifically the sun thing. It was cloudy. There was no sun glare. Yes, well done. It was very cloudy this morning. If it had happened as Rickard said, the sun would not have been visible at the time of the killing. You seem to have caught Rickard in a bit of a lie. It seems I was correct in assuming you could help me with this case. This lie doesn't prove Rickard is guilty, but I think you have taken the first step in unraveling this mystery. Thank you. I thought the same thing. I was like, I don't think it's the best proof, but it is definitely the most definitive contradiction. We should proceed on to the next point. We need to find a motive for the killing. Maybe you should talk to the men about their relationship with the victim. Oh, there's more to this? Okay. I didn't really think... Is there anything else you need? I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Okay, that's fascinating. So if we know this guy is lying, then, like, that's... Alright, let me question you about your lie. Did you know the victim?
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know?
Why would someone want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. So, what do you want to know?
Bollock said you were limping. Are you hurt? So he doesn't have an explanation as to why somebody would want to kill him.
Sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious.
Oh, yeah, I already asked you that. Okay.
Right.
No new information here. He has no idea why somebody would want to kill him. He's just like, I saw this guy standing over the body, you know? Kind of makes sense, you know, that's true. Do you know the victim?
I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
No one says he killed him.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. How can I be of further...
Why were you out here?
I was taking my daily... How can I be of further assistance?
Did he say different things?
Disreputable business.
I thought he said something about family business.
Wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I certainly nothing that would.
Okay.
How can I be of further assistance?
Do you have anything else you can tell me?
Of course.
All right. What do you got?
Is there any other?
What can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
Wait, really? They both rented the same speeder? Is that what you said?
According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need?
Okay, we've got two lies then here.
Very well.
They're both lying. They're both fucking lying.
How can I be of further...
You knew Calder better than you admit. You rented a speeder with him. Yeah, exactly. Not only that, but you also said you hate speeders.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Why would you punch him?
My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the
my
next
god.
room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands.
It's getting juicy.
I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
Before I accuse him, I want to save. This doesn't mean I actually want to accuse him, but I do want to say it to see how he reacts, but I'm not sure if it's going to accept it as me accusing him.
How can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. Oh my. I hope you don't find that incriminating. Normally
It's
I'm not
incredibly
prone to
incriminating, actually.
outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Netic, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family.
You're trying to okay.
I had had my suspicions for several
Beside
weeks,
the
but
point.
had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
All right, Canderous.
As much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to...
Okay.
Of course, of course.
Now the other guy was lying about not knowing about his business,
So,
not
what do
knowing
you
why
wanna
anybody
know?
would want to kill him. You thought Calder was cheating.
Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way.
Ah, yes.
We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
Can't deny it. But there was bad blood between
Right.
you.
So,
Well, that was very
what do you wanna know?
terse. That was very terse of you, my friend.
Right.
They were both kind of lying to me there, though. What is the more important thing to note about the lie? Because the big one that I'm noticing here, other than the fact that they literally both just lied to me about actually technically not. I guess the other guy didn't really lie to me much. Because he did say they were business partners. But he also said he had no reason to know why somebody would want him dead, but they were working. Okay, I was piecing this together with the thing that the other guy told me that was working with Hutts and I don't know, bad people, I guess, as he said. But it seems to me that the bigger liar this time around is the other guy, is Handon. We know Rickard lied about the sun blinding him while he was shooting, but we need more to go on. Let's examine the relationship of each man with the victim. Hannah told me he barely knew the victim. On the other hand, Rickard and the victim were business partners. However, according to Rickard, they got along quite well. On the surface, neither man seems to have a motive for killing Calder. They're both kind of lying. Rickard, I mean, if I'm saying Rickard is lying about them getting along, because they seem to have had a disagreement. But Handon is kind of lying a little bit more here. He was probably stalking him. He knew his wife was cheating on him. Well, that certainly is a motive for murder. The case is taking shape, however, you mustn't jump to any quick conclusion. Perhaps we should now focus on the murder weapon itself. Technically, they were both lying. You might want to see what information the witnesses and the information droid can provide you about the blaster found near the body. If there's anything else you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Yep.
How can I be of further assistance?
What do you know about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous Cath hounds around.
That's a good point. Why would you just be randomly out running without...
The mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer.
But dude,
how can I be a further
it doesn't make sense why you would be out here without a weapon, knowing how dangerous it is to be out here.
Of course.
And knowing that it's kind of been ordained that people out here should have a weapon. And he's saying that this was his weapon, but it was stolen from his house, which is fairly convenient. Why would it be on the body? It's incredibly convenient for you. Clearly a frame job. Actually, it could have possible. Frame job, possible.
So, what do you want to know?
What about the weapon?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Echani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Echanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's.
Calder only had the one rifle, too. So he must have either borrowed that, or it's someone else's.
So.
Okay. You're saying it's not Calder's weapon. He says he prefers Echani's, but I would just kind of have to take his word on that. He would know, I would assume. But the weapon is covered in blood, which seems like a lot of effort to go to, especially if they both came across it at the same time. That shows a little bit of preparation, you know? And there seemed to have not really been much in the way of preparation time here. Unless there was? Doesn't seem like it. That would have... No, doesn't seem like it. Would have been a stupid idea.
Is there any other information you need?
Is there a report of Handon's blaster being stolen?
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all.
So he didn't file a report.
I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need?
It's not that unusual. Sometimes people don't file reports, but I do have to question him about that. Tell me about the weapon found at the scene.
I cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information?
Okay, didn't belong to Calder. That seems to line up with what Rickard said. Okay.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
That's interesting. Didn't belong to Calder, which was kind of my first theory, which made Rickard look a lot worse, I'll be honest. But if it didn't belong to Calder, or at least wasn't registered with him, that lines up with what Rickard said. means
How can I be
Hand
of
Guild
further
is looking
assistance?
pretty guilty here. And I can't question him about this?
That blaster was stolen. I hardly have enough money to...
I can't
Even
question him
Irias
about
can take
that?
a man down
That
if it
seems
gets-
like something I should be able to
I would
question
most
him about.
appreciate it. How can I be of further
And
assistance?
then, things are not looking good for you, man. They're not
Of
looking
course,
good for
of
you at
course.
all.
Listen, if you
Well,
need
it
anything,
seems the only
I shall be
thing
glad
this
to
guy lied
assist.
about was the sun being in his eyes. But you've lied about quite a lot, my friend. Quite a lot. Quite a lot, my friend. I kind of feel like I have to believe Rickard more on this, even though it's mostly me believing him and what he says, but it lines up with what the facts I have are. So I can't really say that I see a lie here.